I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Who you with, Kurt? I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, though. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, though. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, though. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On It. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On it. I'm welcome to Speak On It. Welcome to Speak On it. I'm welcome to speak. Welcome to speak. I'm 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 Who You With, Kurt, dog.
Happy Sunday to everyone. Hopefully y'all had a great weekend. Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, dog. I'm Who You With, Kurt, dog. Man, take a couple of days off, come back, all hell and broke it loose. So welcome everyone on D Live, Periscope, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Y'all can live chat with us in the chat room. So today we're just gonna go and get off into it. Over the weekend there have been several rallies going on in DC, one of the biggest ones. The DC rally, which is crazy. What's going on, Radio Chaos? Hopefully you enjoyed your weekend. So DC rally, then Washington State rally also. It was a rally out there too. So want to know how y'all feel about it. Because in DC, 2 police officers was injured, 23 people was arrested, 4 people stabbed. Then on top of that, a couple of churches had some Black Lives Matter signs torn down in DC. And over in Washington State at the Capitol, 1 person was shot, 4 officers was injured, and 4 arrests. So I want to know y'all opinion on it. Tonight I'm gonna open up the phone line. Like I say all the time, you could call, but please be respectful. You get out of hand, I'm gonna just hang up on you. I'm gonna just tell you up front. I'm not gonna fool with the BS. So you could definitely call in. Let us know how you feel about this, because I have some feelings. First of all, a lot of these protesters claim that they are Christians, but you out here acting like a fool. And not only that, you're destroying property, but then you go into the church and destroying property. See, they came to our church before, and that didn't sit well. But you want to go to other churches because they support Black Lives Matter, and you want to rip their signs down and burn them. So I want to know how y'all feel about it. Oh, and let me please not forget about the food doing a drive-by, flyby. Wonder how much tax dollars that's costing for him to take Marine One up and do a flyby. So once again, waste the tax money. And this is my opinion. It's a waste of tax money. I agree with you, and I definitely agree with you on that, Radio Chaos, and tell you how bad it is. here in Texas. I believe it was on Friday morning, if I'm not mistaken. Um, a couple just north of Dallas end up, they had a Black Lives Matter sign outside their home. I believe it was up in Frisco. So it's a pretty nice area of town. And I believe their two cars were set on fire. It kind of burnt up the garage a little bit, destroyed both cars. And they end up putting Trump 2020 on it, on the cars after they burnt them. But here it is in 2020, we're still having to deal with hate, which it don't make any sense. It don't make none whatsoever. You want to deal with hate. What you hating for? Your slogan is "Make America Great Again." America cannot be great if you cannot work with everybody. But when you hate on one particular race, that's not going to make America great. And to be quite honest with you, it never been great for black folks, no way. So you want to go and talk about you doing these rallies in protest of the election that the American people have spoken. We're tired of all the lies. We tired of all the BS. We spoken. That's it. Deal with it. It's 4 years. And to make threats talking about you're going to get Biden out one way or another, sound like to me you're making a threat on a president's life, and you shall be held accountable. But once again, y'all say you want to make America great again. How can it be great if it's not justice for everyone? And if we don't believe in our system? The system may have been great to you, but it's a new time. Welcome to the show, T-Cal. Yeah, a lot of them are out of control. And what I've seen in the videos of the rally in DC, the same ones that say back the blue, but they also attacking the blue. It don't make sense. You're talking about back the blue, but here it is at a rally. You're throwing water bottles at them. You're doing stuff to them. What happened to back the blue? That's completely different than what you're talking about. Then you turn around. I posted a video earlier on my Facebook page. This young couple didn't have anything to do with the protest. Just walking down the sidewalk. They started attacking them. One guy came up, grabbed this woman by her hair, and yanked her down to the ground. But you say make America great? What part of America are you talking about make great again? Because it definitely cannot be that. But once again, you don't see nothing wrong. And the reason why Trump lost, besides being an asshole, he lost because he lied. He encouraged this type of action that y'all are doing. And people are tired of it. It's a new day. It's a new time. People are tired of this. So, yeah, that's the reason why he lost. You want to get upset that he lost? Blame him. He said months ago he knew he was going to lose. He said months ago um, the election probably going to have fraud, but it haven't been unproven. And for the ones out there that's acting like fools, it's really making you look like a fool for the simple fact there no fraud been proven. None whatsoever. At least not enough to turn the election over. You ought to be upset at him. He told people to go out and vote twice. But once again, y'all say make America great again. Let me know how you're going to make it great again. Or better yet, let's run across the field and tell me when was it great for all people, especially for black people. So definitely help me in on that. The number is up on the screen. You want to call in, give your opinion about it, you're more than welcome to call in. But please, I'm just telling you, you call in, be respectful. If not, click, move on to the next one. And do not call with a blocked number. I won't answer. So they want to make America great. I don't understand how what's the purpose of doing all of this? That's what I would like to know. What happened to all my Trump supporters that was supporting him during the election? Y'all talking about, hey, he's gonna win. And some people still think it's a chance for him to win this election. There's not a chance. And please don't get me started on that fool Ken Patson, because he's trying to get a pardon from Trump. That's the only reason why he keep spending his money trying to do lawsuits, trying to get on Trump's good side, hoping that he would get a pardon. Well, he got to go. He got to go too. We got to vote him out of office. He shouldn't even be in office. If everybody got up and voted for the midterm election, he wouldn't have made it. He was already charged with fraud. No way he should have got reelected. Now he's facing a new charge. So yeah, we need to get him out. Greg Abbott, Dan Patrick, Ken Patson, Ted Cruz, y'all gotta go. You gotta go. You want to go out and support this, knowing it's not a chance for him to win, but you wasting our tax dollars. Welcome to the show, Queen of Fashion Palace on Instagram. You can live chat with us in the chat room. Then you want to turn around, yeah, like everything is okay. And all those senators that came out there and stood with that madness, if they representing your state, y'all need to take notes. When their election comes up again, need to vote them out. That'll stop all of that. It's a new day and a new time. Let your voice be heard. Georgia, January 5th. Need to let your voice be heard. Why she's standing up posing for a picture for a former Klans member? Yeah. Yeah, she need to go too. So yeah, that's they need to change some things. You can call in tonight, 972-591-3665. 972-591-3665. Exactly. Exactly. Trump is have lost. Well, he been lost his mind. Mary told us that months ago. He said he was crooked. That's what she said. So yeah, Trump is really about to lose it. And any matter of fact, he I think he tweeted today something about he still have a chance. Even though the Supreme Court have voted it down, he said he's still gonna continue to fight. Fight what? What is it to fight? You lost. The people have spoken. Let the truth be told. Some of these people out here in the protests probably voted against you too. They just don't want their friends and family to know. Yeah, let that marinate for a minute. Because some of them probably did vote for him, voted for Biden. And it's okay. Be truthful about it. Oh, and another thing, we know uh, the coronavirus is um, gonna continue going up. Why? Because during those rallies, a lot of people didn't have masks on. They didn't have a mask on, but they think it's fake. We shall see. Just like the Senate last week that we talked about briefly. The former Alabama State Senate dies of COVID um, at 78. Warned in his last word, "We messed up." He was exposed to the virus at a social gathering with a couple of guys that was hosted outside about 2 weeks ago. Uh, Before he died on Friday, he actually uh, warned people to wear their mask. He said it. We messed up. This virus is real. That's what he said before he died. But some people may not believe it. So keep on going out there. Welcome to the show, the Kona Grill, the Bad Squad radio show. Welcome y'all to the show on Instagram. Y'all can live chat with us in a chat room. To get the full effect, you may want to go to the profile, click on YouTube, and you can see all the comments that come in. But you could definitely live chat with us and be a part of the show. But as for this rally in Washington, um, seeing them just randomly attacking people. Matter of fact, I wonder because matter of fact, they didn't stay. From what I seen, from what I read, they didn't stay at Trump Plaza. They, I don't know. They probably couldn't afford to stay there, but they didn't stay there. But they love this man that much. People still donating money to him. You risking your life for him. And when he flew by in Marine One, he probably was up there laughing, talking about, look at all these damn fools. They doing this for me. So the thing is, it don't make sense to me. Yeah, you going out there attacking people. If you want to protest, protest. Do it peacefully. But you want to destroy property? Now, if that would have been a Black Lives Matter protest, first thing we would have heard, look at all those thugs. That's who they are. They thugs. That would have been the first thing came out. Black Lives Matter are thugs. They out there uh, destroying property, attacking people. Mm, yeah, but y'all, it's okay. Oh, I forgot. They call y'all patriot for standing up for Trump, somebody who legally lost the election. But y'all are too blind, too blind. You don't want to see the truth. And to make threats to the incoming president, saying you're going to get him out by any means necessary, going to get him out one way or another. Yeah. In Washington, it was, in DC, it was 4 people stabbed. That's the last count I heard. It was 4 people stabbed. In Washington State, it was one person shot, and it was 4 police officers injured, and only 4 people arrested. And that happened at Washington State Capitol. Um, but in DC, it was 23 people arrested, 4 people stabbed, several. Uh, it said multiple churches in the DC area. There, they had Black Lives Matter signs up, and they was torn down and burnt. Torn down and burnt. That sound like a uh kind of sound like a Klans meeting to me. Welcome to the show, Primetime Patriot. You was at Olympia yesterday for the rally. Were you a Trump supporter or a non-Trump supporter? It doesn't make a difference to me. I'm just kind of understanding, or if you want to call in and give us a idea of what you seen or what you witnessed out there, you can call in. I just ask you do not block your number because it's still early and those spam calls still be coming in. So you can call in and you can okay. You say Antifa came to fight, throwing rocks, plastic balloon. Now I did see one person looking at the news out there. I think it was Kiro station. I forgot their station number, but they actually said it was several people out there. Matter of fact, this guy, if you can see it, he actually you can see the gun in his hand where he was clearly had a gun. So that's the type of stuff that we're dealing with. And it's not good for no one, because if you taking a gun to a protest, you're expecting trouble. And he definitely had a gun. I don't know who he was with. Well, I take that back. The lady that he was trying to pull back, um, she had on a Make American Great hat. And once he got her back, he put one on also. So I would say they was there for pro-Trump. But at the same time, you carry a gun to a what supposedly be a peaceful protest, it's going to be a problem. And to injure police officers who's trying to do their job is a problem within itself. He said my brother was Burmese front page at the Blaze. Um, it's so much stuff going out there. Um, I wouldn't be surprised. I've seen other incidents um, where some people have actually used bear mace because it's a much stronger mace or something, more effect, and it's not getting, because if you do a peaceful protest, of course, people are going to show up and do things to try to disrupt what's going on, the peaceful thing, kind of like the Black Lives Matter movement. Um, Other groups will show up, some Antifa, some just show up just for the hell of it, just to say they was there and cause problem, then they gone. So, um, so, uh, so that's a problem for us, and we have to get to the point where everybody's not going to agree with everything that's going on, but we have to get to a point to agree and disagree. I was near the guy throughout the day. Guns were drawn on both sides. Not good at all. That's a war. That's a war zone. That's all it is. When you have people on both sides drawing guns, that's a war. One thing about it, bullets do not have eyes. So just imagine if both sides start shooting, then what? 972 591 3665. 972-591-3665. The only thing I ask you, be respectful. Uh, you can call in. We can have a dialogue and be respectful. Do not block your number out because there's a lot of spam calls going on. So you can definitely call in. And because I want to hear firsthand exactly what was going on, what was the scene like. Because right now, we're we're already in a bad situation, and with this going on, it's just making it worse. You got people attacking folks, doing all type of things, and it's not good. It's not good for anyone. So definitely call in. I would like to hear exactly what you seen on the site, what was going on. Hold on. Hold on real quick. You there? Okay, hold on. Let me put you on speaker for we can hear you. Uh, Okay, go ahead.
Hey, so I just was scrolling across YouTube and saw your channel
Uh-huh.
and noticed that you were commenting on Olympia yesterday, and just wanted to come in and give you a first-hand account from somebody who was there yesterday.
Okay, first of all, let me have your name first. Let me have your name.
Yeah, yeah, you can call me Jay.
Jay. Okay. Okay.
So I'm a local Washington resident, and I've been going down to Olympia over the past few weeks since the election for the Stop the Steal rallies. And it's been an organization of obviously a lot of patriots who support Trump coming out, voicing their First Amendment, and a lot of them also exercising their Second Amendment. So I heard you talking about the guns. And, bringing guns to a rally doesn't necessarily mean that they're looking for violence. It just means that they're there to express their constitutional rights. The first is protected by the second. And in Washington State, I don't know where you're from, we
Okay.
we like our Second Amendment.
Well, you definitely have your rights for your Second Amendment. I have no problem with that. But with the climate that we're in today, and knowing it's going to be a hostile situation, it's kind of like you looking for trouble.
Why would you know something would be a hostile situation when you're out expressing a person's Second Amendment right? So let me just continue on real quick. I wasn't there this weekend. I was actually out of town on business, so I didn't get to witness the events last weekend. But from some of the people that I've seen at the rallies weekend after weekend, they mentioned that last weekend was kind of a wild situation. I saw it on the news, Antifa and the Patriots clashed on the streets there. And now the last few weekends before that, I would say that it's been, relatively calm. There's been a few scuffles, but nothing too out of hand. But I've been saying it's escalating the last few weeks, and this weekend was different. I came with my brother. I've not been involved in any violence. I don't advocate for any violence. I think that violence is a poor choice. So we're out there expressing our First Amendment and, like I said, our Second Amendment rights for many of us. And within the first 5 minutes, I have a video on my YouTube channel. So if you want, go check it out. You can check out my channel and see it. Within the first 5 minutes of arriving, my brother gets bear maced.
Okay, so
over nothing.
Okay, Jay, let me ask you a question. Jay, let me ask you a question. Now, you saying this weekend, right? Your brother was maced.
Yeah.
Okay, and you also said that you was there this weekend, right?
I was there this weekend. Yeah, I have it on film.
But I also thought you said a while ago you was out of town on business. Last weekend. Okay.
Yeah, last weekend. I wasn't there, but the tensions escalated last weekend. That was the first weekend, so I wasn't there for last weekend's event.
So
there was an altercation between the two sides.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
This weekend, I had anticipated that there was going to be a show out of Antifa folks from last weekend. They were upset because they obviously didn't want to be getting ganged up on by patriots. So they showed out this weekend. But the thing is, they knew that a lot of people this weekend were going to be out of town in D.C. for the Million MAGA March, and also a lot of the patriots were going to be in Mossy Rock, Washington, for a show of support for the city of Mossy Rock, which is defying the governor's orders here in Washington State and reopening the businesses in the city. So all of the businesses of Mossy Rock were open, and the patriots a majority of them were out of town in Mossy Rock to support the city there for the reopening of the businesses.
So
the lockdown.
So it sound like you're saying that if they would have been in town, it would have been worse than what it was.
Absolutely, I think it would have been worse because they wouldn't have tolerated the aggressive show of force that Antifa came out with. They were dressed in black bloc with shields, batons, assault weapons. I mean, just like patriots that have their Second Amendment right, they can do the same. But they showed out to fight. They came out in an army with helmets, and they came with plaster balloons, so they were filling balloons full of plaster and throwing them at patriots. They used tear gas themselves. I don't know how they acquired it, but they had tear gas canisters. But I myself was getting tear gas at the beginning. They had concussion grenades and fireworks. They were throwing rocks big enough to kill somebody.
Now, I did hear on one of the news outlet, someone had certain type of fireworks. One did not detonate, and they said if it would have, it could have really injured or killed someone.
Yes, no doubt about it. There was somebody that was pressed on the scene of all the ordeal at the Capitol grounds, and some sort of explosive went off next to the side of his head. And he had to run off. He dropped all his gear, and had to run off. And I was worried about the guy. I was going to try and go run over there. But if I would have left from where my position was, I would have been targeted with a barrage of rocks. Like, these guys were like out and like, this is archaic, times, like where these people are throwing rocks willing to kill people, and they're behind a line of shields. They pushed the patriots back into a corner into the Capitol grounds and basically barricaded them off. And when the patriots were back, the police told everybody that they had 5 minutes to disperse. Otherwise, they were going to arrest everybody. That included patriots. And they were guarding off the Capitol building so that nobody could be quartered into the courtyard, which left only one route for the patriots to leave. So the patriots ended up backing out, retreating from the Capitol grounds, and Antifa followed them out and towards the parking lot where a majority of the patriots parked. And as soon as that was the case, the Patriots had to leave, and that's where they got pushed into the parking lot where the shooting happened. So what was
Okay.
happening was people were running for their lives for one because they were throwing rocks at individuals while they're running from behind. So they're literally having to run backwards so they don't get hit in the back of the head. And the old lady you're seeing there with the megaphone and the MAGA hat at the end, that was right next to that woman. She was trying to lead, saying, "Don't throw rocks at old ladies. It doesn't look good for you." And they were targeting that old woman because she was by herself, trying to get away. And so the guy that was behind her that ended up protecting her was the one who shot. Now, I don't condone any violence, and I had to run to my vehicle 30 seconds prior to the shooting. I ran to my vehicle, got in my truck, and left that very parking lot because the Antifa folks were going to block off the entrances and destroy every vehicle in the lot. They ended up bashing windows out of cars, throwing plaster balloons all over cars, and then that's where that altercation took place. I wasn't there for the very incident, but I can tell you that they basically cornered people into a parking lot and were threatening their life. So, I mean, I don't know the altercation at hand, what happened there, if there was weapons drawn, but I can say that there was many people fearing for their lives.
Okay. So let me ask you this, Jay, because this is the burning question. I understand it's your First Amendment, your second rights, all the amendments, whichever one you want to choose. But the question I have is, if the American people have spoken and have voted Donald Trump out, what's the purpose of having these protests?
Well, but that's the difference between what you believe and what I believe is that I don't believe the narrative that the elections are true and fair. I think that they're still a fraud to be investigated. I feel like there's been a lot of obviously cases that have been brought forth by thousands of affidavits that need to be addressed before we can go through with the election.
Okay.
I feel like states are so there's a difference between listening to the media and actually certifying an election. Now, there's still processes to unfold, right? Inauguration day hasn't happened. There's still time period that we have to unfold. Neither I or you have full control of that, and I say let the process happen.
Okay, but we're days away before it's confirmed. But also, with all these states, even Bill Barr have came out and said there was no fraud found, who is also a Republican. And there's
Let me ask you, what's your name, by the way? I didn't forget your name.
Kurt Dog.
I'm sorry?
Kurt Dog.
Christoph, so are you one that believed that there was interference in the 2016 election?
It was. It was.
Okay,
Even Trump said that at one point.
so magically there's no interference in this election, even though they came out and the Mueller report said that there was no interference.
Well, Trump even said at one point Trump even said he believed Russia did mess with the 2016 election. He said that itself, and then also Trump also talked about, but also hold on, hold on now. Now Trump also told people to go out and vote twice.
You're skewing the words. He did tell people to make sure that their vote was counted.
No. When Virginia went out to vote, when early voting started, Trump told them they should vote twice.
Yeah. So again, you're skewing it because you want to create a narrative. I know where you're going with this.
No, well,
You're the one who said that there was
now, Jay, one thing you may not know about me, I've only stick to truth. I don't care. Wrong is wrong, right is right. So even
I speak the truth as well, but everybody has their own truth. That's what you're going to come to find out in this world. Everybody has their own truth.
everybody have their own truth, but a lot of people also have conspiracy theory. I don't deal with conspiracy theory. I only deal with the truth.
Me either. I only deal in the truth as well. So you have to acknowledge that there was fraud during this election, right? That people were voting.
From no, okay, where's the proof? Because Trump said it was proof, and no proof have come forward. He keeps saying there was proof, but there's no proof that came forward.
You're far mistaken. Have you looked at any of the countless videos that have come out where the ballots, like the ballots that were pulled out from underneath the table that were counted multiple times in a corner when they said that they stopped counting ballots? Or what about
Okay, that video did come out. That video did come out, and those votes were counted, and they also recounted that. Also, that whole election they recounted, and it still wasn't enough to overturn the election.
you're denying the fraud though?
No, I just said yes. That video did come out. I did say that video did come out where it was. Okay, nobody is perfect though. So you're saying acid? You saying mistakes cannot happen? Are you saying nobody can make a mistake?
You're trying to diminish the fact that
Trying to diminish what fact?
by saying you're trying to capitulate by saying
That's one situation. Where's the other proof? Where's the other proof?
there's thousands of affidavits.
Okay,
Affidavits. Have you not looked at them?
if that's the case, if that was the case, then the election would they would not certify these states. Where are they? They need to come forward. You can tell me it's 1,000, but that don't mean that's true.
You're right about that. They shouldn't be certifying states, and that's what's happening.
If it is, if it's 1,000 affidavit, it shouldn't be certified. But you cannot tell us it's 1,000 affidavit and don't bring the proof. Trump said he had proof a long time ago, and he haven't brought none.
They are and they haven't. Here, I'm going to explain what's going on right now, which may be difficult for some people to understand who don't understand law to an extent. I've been in situations where I've had to deal with federal lawsuit cases, and I understand the legalese and some of the process that happens here. Now, the states shouldn't be certifying the elections. I agree with you. They shouldn't be doing that. But
If no, if there's an affidavit that showing that people have signed and said that these are not true, then yeah, they should be investigated, and they shouldn't be certified until they verify. But the thing is, have the proof came out? Have they turned them in? Have they turned them in? People can say all day long that they no, hold on, it's my show. You on my show tonight. You on my show. So
I'm breaking it down for you. You don't think the truth.
well, the thing is, you haven't explained to the point of the 1,000 affidavits that's supposed to come out. But once again, where's the proof? Where's the proof?
Have you not been watching the cases that came forward where they had the public testimonies and they came forward with the cases and testimonies with Rudy Giuliani? I know you don't like Rudy Giuliani, but the cases they did come out with affidavits. They have proven it, and the states.
They proved it to who?
The state electorate, their responsibility constitutionally is to certify the election. They don't have the authority to do investigate. Hold on, let me finish. The states, they don't have the authority to do the investigation, so they passed the buck. They kicked it down the road. It was their duty to not certify.
Okay, that's what you're going by with what Giuliani and Trump is saying, and I don't trust neither one of them.
They passed the buck down the road. States are going to come to certify the election.
And
If they do certify the elections, they're going to be complicit in the process. Now, I know that Texas and many other states came on board and filed a lawsuit with the Supreme Court.
okay, so since you want to hold on, because I gotta have time to respond to some of this stuff you're saying. Now, as for Texas, since you bringing up Texas, I'm here in Texas now. As for Ken Paxton is trying to get a pardon from the charges that he have. He have two different charges from him. One of them is fraud. The other one, the FBI is investigating him now.
You're capitulating, going off into a different.
No, because you're bringing up the lawsuit from Texas. The same person that filed that lawsuit in Texas is the one that have two charges against him now.
And all the other states on board with that lawsuit also have charges.
And you know, each one of those states that are jumped on board are all Republicans.
All those other
And you know, but all those states are all Republican attorney generals, right?
And so they're all just there protecting her.
They all trying to get a seat at the table.
Oh yeah, that's it. So I'm telling you that that's not the case. They have a right, they have a duty for their citizens to go out there and say that they were disenfranchised. Because if those states certify those elections, which I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
but you're not giving me proof.
percentage,
I need proof. I need proof.
I'm telling you, the
I don't
affidavit.
need for you to explain it. Show me the proof. Show me the proof. I don't need for you to explain it. I just want to see the proof. And if it was proof,
You want me to send you some links of some affidavits? I mean, there's literally thousands of them.
if that was the case, it would be all over the media.
Well, the media doesn't want to report it, and that's the problem.
That's because it's not true.
If you listen to the media,
It's not true.
you're misinformed.
So basically, you want me. So basically, you want me to go and listen to Rush Limbaugh and the left wing.
I don't want you to go to media outlets. I want you to go online and do your research for yourself.
Oh, I do my research. I do my research for every show, and what I'm seeing is no fraud.
You would know that there's affidavits. You would know there's affidavits.
I don't go to.
Like the woman,
I don't go by with what everybody is saying.
Michelle Carroll. I think her name is Michelle Carroll. Don't quote me on that. But she's the woman who filed as a Dominion IT worker. She went through and reported that at the night of the election, she was working as an IT worker. She witnessed people running stacks of ballots with Dominion systems.
Oh well, now we're gonna go because that's conspiracy theory. Because if that was the case, that's just like someone called in. Somebody got in the chat a couple of weeks ago and said he witnessed somebody put some ballots in a chicken coop, and also talked about he witnessed somebody walking out with a Biden and Harris van that had Biden and Harris in it, and they dropped a whole bunch of ballots. So I it, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm I okay. So you want to talk about that? So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. So Jay, let me ask you this. Jay, let me ask you this. When during the election period, when the GOP in California set up fake ballot boxes and a Trump 2020 store was accepting ballots saying they were just putting them in a safe, how did you feel about it?
I think fraud in any election is bad. I think that anybody setting up a fake ballot box should go to jail.
Exactly. And what about the one that was set on fire?
I don't know which one you're talking
That
about.
was in it was in California. They set a ballot box on fire.
I did link you the video of the Dominion voting machine system, and here's the exact process. It shows you how the adjudication process works on the machine. It shows how if a failed ballot goes into adjudication. However, the ballots should all be declined, and not just a single one, but the entire stack. And
No, what happened is when they run the ballots through, once they run it through, the machine actually check for the names to see if that name have been through before, and if so, it kick it back out, and they have to manually verify that. So yes, it goes by the name.
Everything is on record, and I'm telling you that the process is still.
On what record? On what record? On what record? You said everything is on record. On what record are you talking about? With what the young lady is saying?
Yeah, I'm talking about all this is on record.
On record with who?
Under affidavit.
On record with who?
Under penalty of perjury, on affidavit, all of this information has been put on record.
Put it like this: if it was that many affidavits that was out there, they would they would have to investigate it. Then on top of that, that's just like our lieutenant governor. Who investigating it? What department is investigating it? Hold on. What department is investigating it? I'm asking the question. Answer the question now. What department is investigating it? Okay, so it doesn't matter if somebody independently doing it. If it's somebody independently investigating, it don't matter. Yeah, but it don't matter if it's independent, because if it wasn't enough evidence for the government to get involved, it doesn't matter. Okay. Uh uh we use the same style and similar security. It's not as easy as you think to kind of. I know it's not. It's not. It's on record with who? I won't. I won't click on the link. I don't click on links that people send me. Yeah, but that's stuff. That's that conspiracy theory. That's what I don't do. I don't do conspiracy. Yep. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't go to YouTube to get truth. I research things. But Jay, I sure appreciate you for calling in tonight. Uh, Definitely like, share, tell a friend about the show. Click the notification for whenever we come on. You know that we coming on. And I appreciate you coming in. And hey, we could talk about this all day long, but we just can't do it tonight. So, but I definitely appreciate you calling in. I, I have mine. That was Jay from he said he was at Olympia Park yesterday at the protest. So, but once again, he is a pro-Trump supporter, and everybody is welcome on the show. I don't care who you support, but what I do care about, if you're going to bring truth or not, not no conspiracy theory, because that's not what we deal with. We don't deal with conspiracy. He talking about it's 1,000 people have signed affidavits to show fraud, but why these people haven't came forward? He's saying they're being investigated, but being investigated by who? Oh, it's not the DOJ not investigating it. Okay, well, who's investigating it? Because if you're talking about Rush Limbaugh or someone like that investigating it, it's not going to matter. For the simple fact, they don't have nothing. If there was enough evidence out there for the Department of Justice to actually take a stand on it, that would be completely different. But like William Barr said, there's no fraud out there. It's not enough to overturn the election. So at this point, Trump need to take the laws and keep moving. Hey, try to come back another day. It just won't be no time soon. So that's the way I feel about it. And radio, you are right. I was trying to get your question in because, uh, yeah, it's your right to bring a gun if you want to, but it doesn't mean you have to. And that's the problem. That's the reason why I continue to say a lot of people that have guns have no business to have a gun, for the simple fact some people mentally is not capable of carrying a gun, shouldn't have the rights to carry them, because some people feel like just because you have a gun, it make you invisible. So okay, that's your choice. That's your choice. Hey, you do you, I'm gonna do me, but I'm always stick to the facts. And that's all to it. I'm always stick to the facts. I'm not gonna go by with what somebody is brainwashing me about. So okay, that's your choice. That's your choice. Uh, but trust me, I okay. Hey, I'm glad you're here. I'm like I said, you always welcome to come to the show and have your voice heard. And as long as you are bringing facts, I don't deal with conspiracy theory. I don't go and listen to videos where people try to brainwash you to believe in them. And unfortunately, that's how a lot of people are. I don't do those type of things. So if you want to bring facts, that's completely different. But a lot of people can't bring facts. Trump been saying he have facts. Matter of fact, when he said about President Obama, he didn't think he was born in America, and he talking about he got all this evidence. Never brought it out. He lied to y'all and said he was gonna lock Hillary up. We're still waiting. Hmm. So you can say what you want to say, but I'm only going to stick with the facts. That's all I know how to do is stick to the truth, and the truth shall set you free. So, as for all these rallies, I think it's pretty pretty dumb. That's my opinion. There's no other way of putting it. For the simple fact, hey, you out here rallying, attacking people. If that was a Black Lives Matter, um, if that was a Black Lives Matter protest and people out there attacking them, first thing the news would say they thugs. They're look at those thugs out there attacking folks, damaging properties. But then a lot of these folks say they Christian, but then they still go to black churches and tear down they Black Lives Matter signs and set them on fire, destroying property. Just like the fact, like I said earlier, people are uh, going through and taking the taking some of their belief to some nonsense. So hold on. Okay. That's what I'm trying to get to right here. Um so yeah, uh, that's your choice. But I definitely appreciate you to for coming on and giving your opinion. Um but hey, like I said, this is my show. I won't tell you how to run your show. You don't tell me how to run mine. And as long as we do that, we okay. Um, and one thing about it, I do not deal with conspiracy theory. Bring me facts. You kept talking about all these things. You wanted me to give you time to explain, but you're trying to feed the conspiracy theory. That's not what I'm gonna deal with. So yeah, bring facts. If you can't bring facts, I don't know what to tell you. No, I won't. I won't. Trust me, I won't. Um, had somebody last week get upset because I won't go and watch a video they want me to watch, trying to convince me to go watch it. And once I pulled the people up and I seen what they stood for, I don't need to watch it. I know you won't. I know you won't. I know you won't bring facts. That's common. That's so common. So hey, I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. Like I told you earlier, please like, share, click the notification, tell a friend. Tell a friend because everybody is welcome here. But please be respectful and bring your facts. Uh, uh, whatever this, the conspiracy theory, I'm not gonna go and watch a not gonna go and watch a video with somebody who think like Trump. It's a waste of my time. That's time I would never get back. So no, I've done that several times. Somebody tell me, "Oh, you should watch it. You'll understand the truth." But it's all conspiracy. Okay, you saying she's an immigrant, non-Trump, non-Biden supporter, but at the same time, that don't mean it's right. That's her truth. That's her truth. And a lot of this stuff that you're talking about 1,000 people have signed affidavit. Where are they? Why is it that they're not out? You said the news won't report them. Well, it might be because they may not be real. You even have some Republican governor saying, "Hey, this is not true." Mouth got dry. So either way, you saying it's a non-biased testimony. A testimony to who? Um, if there is evidence, why did the court throw out all the lawsuits? Exactly. That that right there is enough. Because if it was a way, if it was truth in it, they wouldn't have thrown it out. But at the same time, Trump rushed and added a a judge to the court, and they won't even touch it. They won't touch it. Um, okay. What court did they go to? What court? Who signed them? What judge signed them? At least tell me that. But I don't think you can. I don't think you can. I'm about the person that's going to do right for America. I don't care if they Democrat, Republican, or independent or whatever, as long as they do right. See, the thing is with Trump came in with a hard on changing everything President Obama did, including firing the team to prevent us from being in a pandemic. Here it is. He went, what, 6 or 7 months lying to us about this pandemic, telling us it's just the flu. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Oh no, it'll blow over. It don't worry about it, it'll blow over. But find out 6 or 7 months in, he been telling this reporter, this radio show host, something completely different, telling him how bad it was. See, first of all, if you look at it clearly and open your ears, open your eyes and see what's going on, you should be pissed off because of that. For the simple fact, this man lied to us for 6 or 7 months. So that's a problem within itself. But once again, you don't see a problem with that. Then also, you say that you also say that Trump didn't lie about that. Okay. But he did. People are losing their homes come December the 31st. I mean, yeah, December the 31st, January 1st, a lot of people finna lose their home. Gonna be evicted. Here it is. Some people haven't received a stimulus check since March. And they're still holding it up. But once again, I guess that don't affect you. I guess it don't affect you at all. But hey, like I said, I won't click on the link. Don't worry about it. I won't click on. No, it's Mitch. It's Mitch McConaughey. Yeah, it is. It's him. That's why when Georgia need to step up, make sure they vote come January 5th, where they can take the House over and Mitch can go home or whatever you want to do. So yeah, it's we only what 37 days left. He gotta go. He got to. So the courts in the multiple states are all involved in the conspiracy. I guess so. I guess so. Now, Texas, it's a Republican state, and they didn't agree with it. Hey, that's why it's important to vote. Get out and vote. And Wallace, whatever your name is, you the stupid one to type that. You stupid for taking your time to come type it in the chat. Um, but hey, I appreciate you for tuning in. I really do, Prime. Uh, Prime time page. I appreciate you for typing for taking the time out, give us a bird's eye view of what happened in Olympia, Washington. Welcome to the show, Lou Cries on Instagram. Welcome to the show. But hey, I'm glad you took the time out. I'm glad you took the time to call in, chat. Hey, I'm all for it. But the only thing I tell you, bring the facts. Don't come with us, come to us with conspiracy theory. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of Trump supporters do. They don't have facts, so they bring conspiracy. And that's a problem. I'm like, hey, just bring facts. I'm not talking about some video that is a diehard Trump fan and they on a video talking about all this conspiracy going around. I don't do that. You is it me or is it that all the Trump supporters want me to open up a link? I gave you fact. You refuse to open it and listen. That's a problem. No, I just don't have time to waste phone some BS. Trust me, I've done it before, and everybody who tell me to do this, it's like, no, that's a waste of time. I'm too busy to waste time on stuff that is not true, where somebody is just basically hyping up the Trump supporters and making all these conspiracy, because if you have 1,000 people that have signed it, it will be completely different. And I'm talking about taking it to Department of Justice. But like you said, I didn't say it, you said it. Department of Justice is not looking into it. And that's Trump homeboy. He's not looking into it. That tells you a lot right there. So, hey, I'm all for it. I'm like, hey, you like it, I love it. But the American people have spoken, and our voice have been heard. Our votes were counted. I said before the election, we know somebody is going to win. We know somebody is going to lose. But once it's all over and done, what's going to happen then? Because regardless of who won or lost, we still going to be here. We still have to uh, continue to live our life. Are you willing to lay your life down for your candidate? I'm not. I don't know them. I don't know them personally. Oh, We ain't gonna talk about that, Darren Patterson. That we not gonna talk about that because that would open up a whole nother concern. And but once again, they don't want to look at that. They don't care about the 300,000 people that have lost their lives. They don't want to look at none of that. Only thing they want to say is Trump lost the election by allegedly fraud, which is false. So, yeah, Trump just got to live with it. Move on. Um, yeah, that's because Trump kept asking for recounts. Yeah, they kept counting over and over, and it still wasn't nothing. And do you realize how much money it was taken to recount each one of those? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That is on Trump. That's on Trump. That's on his watch. He need to take full responsibility for all those lives that have been lost and the ones that are continued to be lost. But instead, you know what's funny? Since the election, he don't really talk about coronavirus that much. He might say, "Oh, I got to take credit for this vaccine coming out." That's all he say. Then he get off of it. He talk about the election. Oh, it was a fraud. I got robbed. But he ain't concerned about how many lives been lost. He's not concerned about that. It don't matter. He don't care. And um, what people have to realize, he have a different Medicare plan than you. He's going to get the best treatment possible. You get the virus, you're going to get that old generic stuff. He going to get the stuff, the real stuff. Um, yeah, I'm concerned too. I'm very concerned about um, all the lives that have been lost, and even this vaccine. Hopefully, it do what it's supposed to do. But I know in some places they said I think it was the UK, if you have real bad allergies, you don't need to take it. It's the same stuff they giving us. Exactly. They should. They should get loud and be upset. But Trump don't care. He don't care. Like I mentioned earlier, the former Alabama State Senate died last week. He was 78. He said on his deathbed, his last words were, "We messed up. This virus is serious. We don't take it serious. We messed up." So it's crazy. People don't realize how bad it is. Yeah. Hey, that's just like Dan Patrick. He said that before. When they was trying to get Texas back open, he actually said that older people would prefer to die to get the economy back open. That's what Dan Patrick, our lieutenant governor, said here in Texas. He also put up $1 million reward for anybody to show proof of fraud. And he was going to use his campaign money to do it. So that's a problem within itself. That's why we need to make sure we get out and vote, not just the presidential election, all elections. I don't care what it is. It could be a rabbit and a turtle racing. Get out and vote for one of them, but let your voice be heard. Don't sit at home. That's why it's important that Atlanta come January 5th. Y'all need to get up and show out. Need to get out, let your voice be heard, and make it known. Not sure about that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Matter of fact, it was I think it was a couple of senates, Congress that actually lost their life last week to the virus. Matter of fact, a lot of a lot of GOP is very concerned about what's going on, um, because there's so many people that have died or gotten the virus in the White House. So they very concerned. Yeah, I see what's up and came into the house. Welcome to the show as always. You know, like I know, everybody is welcome. He said, yes, vote out these corrupt Dems in these big cities. When when were they corrupt? I think it's corruption on both parts, but some is exposed more than others. Um, so you saying the corrupt Dems, you don't think it's no corrupt Republicans out there? I'm asking for myself, not for a friend. I'm asking for myself. I want to know your opinion on that. Since you saying vote out these corrupt Dems, you don't think it's no Republican corrupt? It definitely put the ounce in, because I want to know. I definitely want to know. Um, he asked for it in gift card. Yeah, for they can't trace it. uh, exactly. I agree with you. Trump laws, get over it. That's the problem. Uh, well, so what's up? You've been on the show quite a bit. So let me ask you a question. Why do you think Trump is trying to get pardoned for all his family members and some of his associates, and then even the ones that he even already have pardoned? Why do you think he's trying to do that? I'm just wondering. Uh, um, we're not gonna wait too long for your message, but I'm just kind of curious. Why do you think Trump is asking for pardon from his family, some of his associates, and the ones he's already pardoned? Um, exactly. They keep going to all these rallies. Why not? Okay. Because once he's out, they're gonna try to get him for anything related to his business dealing. So with let's go down the list. With Trump campaign, uh, Ivanka had to testify. I think it was last week or the week before, because they raised the price. Um, they raised the price to hold his inauguration party there, and they've spent over $1 million at Trump Hotel, at his hotel. Then let's go to Kushner. Kushner lied on his clearance sheet for the White House. He lied about that, about his association with I think it was either Russia or foreign countries somewhere, but he lied about it. His business dealing. Even Junior is under an investigation for his connection with Russia. So, but once again, you say it's nothing wrong. Yeah, it's some on both sides. Um, exactly. Exactly. Maybe that's what Trump meant about cleaning the swamp, trying to clean the loot out. Then don't forget about he still owes somebody $1 billion that's finna come up due that we have no idea who he owed money to. And then uh where was that, in China, where his ties are made up? He paid them more money in taxes than what he paid the American. Uh, but he say make American great again. But he only paid $750 in taxes here, and he paid like way more in a different country. Yeah, you do the math on that. Bernie Sanders, I think he's pretty good at this point. Hell, I said before, I think uh, Tweety Bird and Buzz Bunny would have been a great candidate, anybody to beat Trump, because there was no way we could have lasted another 4 years. Uh, it's going to come up, and unfortunately, Trump cannot pardon himself, and he cannot pardon his family because no charge has been brought up yet. So, as probably January 21st, they're going to start rolling out. So definitely, matter of fact, I'm hoping they lock him up as soon as he getting ready to head to Marine One. When Biden is sworn in, they need to lock him up right then and there. Trump and his kids are banned from operating territory for exactly because look how they did that phony school he was running. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they tried to get him as president and they couldn't, and now he's out. Let's go. They gonna get him. He's going to jail. He's going to jail. Matter of fact, he used that against Hillary. Kept talking about lock her up, but here it is. He gonna get locked up before her. No, that's not true. That's not true. Matter of fact, you talking about Hillary in the emails. Now let me hip you on something. See, Ivanka, when Trump first got in office, she sent out a couple of emails on her personal email, and she wasn't supposed to. You see, we heard about that, but I guess somebody told her, "Look, they're gonna do you like they did Hillary." So, yeah, uh, yeah, he's trying to clean out the federal treasury. Uh, Now, trust me, I watch a lot of stuff. I pay attention to lot of things. I read a lot of things. Uh, check out some of Trump lawsuit. Exactly. You know, and some people think when who was that? ABC did a interview he walked out on a couple of months ago. That's not the first one. He did that years ago when he was just a businessman before the reality show. He didn't like what they were saying, got up and walked out. Ah, that's your opinion. No, he can't. He can't. He cannot do it. Um, okay, we shall see. I hope you're wrong. Uh, yeah, yeah, because he have that sexual assault case that is above hanging over his head. Once again, he did say grab a woman by the cuckoo, and hey, that was on audio tape. But once again, nothing happened to him. But Bush got fired. So hey, I'm just saying, I would agree with you. I would agree. I'm gonna agree with you. Any man tell somebody you could go up and just just grab a woman by the cookies and say, "Oh, she liked those type of things." They get excited when somebody famous, rich and famous, just come up and grab them by the cookies. Yeah, he's a he's a pedophile. Uh, okay, that's your thought. Okay, cool. Well, Trump is the one that kept saying lock her up. He said that the whole campaign, lock her up, lock her up. All his rallies, that's all he kept saying. But when it never happened, it never happened. So okay, that's your opinion. That's cool. But I'm glad you came back. I'm definitely glad you came back. The funny thing is, Republicans said during the impeachment that the voters should decide whether Trump get removed from office. Now the people have spoken, but it's all fake. But damn, they not radio. See, radio. You starting mess. Uh, you up in Canada, but they they not gonna mention that. They can play the video when they said it, and they'll still say it's fake news. So, radio, don't start that mess. Um, let the way you look at the camera feel like we're having a conversation. Oh, we are having a conversation. We are. And that's what this platform was was built for. I want everyone to feel welcome here, regardless of who you support. As long as you are respecting everyone in the chat room, or if you call in, long as you are respectful, you always have a place you can come to. Uh, I may not agree with you, you may not agree with me, but that's the best part about it because we have the rights to agree and disagree. So that's the best part about everything. Um, uh, that's not true. Uh, People say that, but the reality, um, politicians back in the old days, they used to always kiss babies. If that was the case, it would once again, kind of like this fraud, it will be all over the news. It's not true. Um, uh, see, radio like to start a mess every once in a while, but but radio good people though. He's good people. He been rolling with us about 3 months, I think. Um, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. The Republican are the ones that controlling the House, at least until next month. So now that's what I mean. Get your facts together. Get your facts together. Uh, I'm glad you do. You always welcome. Matter of fact, take the time out and like, share, click the notifications, subscribe, and I will follow you back. Um, well, hey, they back in the days, slaves was Republican. Then they seen how good it was, and that's when the other folks came in and took over that. Anything that black folks done that was good, they had to be in control of it. But the reality is still a lot of folks stuck in slave today because of their mind. And unfortunately, what's up? You qualify. You qualify for that slave mind because you listen and believe everything Trump say is gold. And unfortunately, it's not. The same thing you asking me to do, please do for yourself. Do for yourself. And everything. That's why I tell people you have to open your eyes. You have to think for yourself. Don't just listen to what somebody tell you. When I prepare a show, I spend pretty much a whole day getting set up for one show. So it's not something I just go and, oh, I'm gonna read this. Oh, that's good. Look at the headlines, but you don't read the story. And I don't go by with what I see just one uh, on one outlet. I look at several outlets and verify it. So, and I even get information from Fox News. I guess you're saying that Fox News is fake news too. So, um, so it's either way. Okay, you say so. That's your opinion. Do the GOP really think people are this stupid with some of the garbage they put out? Exactly. Exactly. Um, they probably do. They probably do. But some people have to think for themselves. As for me, I I vote by the person that I feel that is best for me and my family. I never voted for Trump. I felt like Trump been a racist all his life. Let history prove itself. So I never would have voted for him in the first place. But I voted for the person that I felt was more likely to beat Trump. And guess what? They did. So I'm happy. Now, just like I said during the election, now that they won, and if they don't do what they say they're gonna do, since they won, they will not get another term. They will be a one-term president because I won't support them just because of who they are. They have to stand by their word. They have to do what they say. Other than that, 4 years from now, I'll be saying, hey, they got to go. They have to go. And as you get to know me, you will understand I'm about what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. I don't give a damn who you are, what color you are, or what party you represent. Right is right, wrong is wrong. That's the bottom line to that. Um, exactly. I don't mind shaking it either. Sometimes, if you throw a rock up, you hear ouch. I mean, you hit your target. Okay. I could have swore I just said that. But okay. Check history book on one of the biggest of segregation was a Democrat. Either way, yeah, but all of them are Republican now. Oops. Hmm. Uh, exactly. Of course, who won? I want to know because you've been talking about the Dems. So you agreeing that the Democrat won? Biden won? Because I know you can't be talking about Trump because he's on his way out the door, just like me. So, but you have been listening to Speak On It with Who You With, Kurt, though. We are here Sunday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. Um, on Thursday, Miss Risky is my co-host, and she will be back this Thursday. She was out last week, and we're gonna have a special show going on Thursday, so you really want to be here. This is real important for everybody. So definitely be here. Um, she said I should have told him what was going on. No, we're gonna discuss it Thursday. We would definitely talk about it Thursday. So mark your calendar, 8 p.m. Central Time Thursday. Um, we could definitely gonna have a serious talk that people need to pay attention to. So definitely show up Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. And uh, he won because those, oh Lord. Oh Lord. Wait a minute. Are you the one that refresh my memory? Are you the one that talked about the chicken coop a couple of weeks ago? Said that you seen somebody put it in a chicken coop or something? Um, I'm not sure, but I think one of y'all talked about somebody putting something in a chicken coop. Um, I don't think so. I don't think so. Trump argued about the mail-in ballots, but he mailed his in. And no, I'm asking because somebody came and put in a chat a couple of weeks ago. I didn't know if it was you or if it was somebody else. They said they witnessed somebody putting some ballots in the chicken coop. That's what they said. And then they also talked about they witnessed a Biden Harris van outside the polling place with Biden and Harris in it in Arizona, and said they dropped a big case with a bunch of ballots, and they said they called the police and reported it to them, and they said that it was um, I asked him if he had took pictures, and he said every time he seen it, he didn't have his phone with him. And I said, "Well, damn, that sounds like a conspiracy to me. Either that or he must have been drinking or something. I don't know what was going on." Uh, no, that's your opinion. Only God know what would have happened if COVID didn't happen. So I, as far as I know, I don't think he would have. Well, you know what? He might would have if all those lives would not have been lost. A lot of those Republican families that voted for him last time, they probably would have voted for him again. But because so many people have lost loved ones, they decided not to vote for him. So there you go. So it's a possibility. He probably could have, but uh yeah, the economy was booming when President Obama was in office. So he was inherit that. But hey, um, like I said, you have been watching Speak on it with Who You With Kurt Dog. Um, Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, we will be back. I appreciate everyone that tuned in tonight, everyone on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, Twitch, Twitter, um, D Live. Um, Also, on all the platform, you should see in the profile, we have some merch. You can always go on there and click the merch and get you some Christmas gift. Right now, um, we actually have 20% off on merchandise right now. As soon as you click on it, it should come up. If it don't, use the code CURTDOG, CURTDOG. You will be able to get 20% off. 20% off. You can still get it before Christmas, but it might cost you a little bit more. We got coffee mugs. We also have a foam case. We even got some little Kurt Dog uh, puppy wear, along with for people like up in Canada where it's cold. We got sweaters, pullovers, and uh, t-shirts. So definitely go on there and shop away and take advantage of the 20%. It will be ending soon. What's going on, Marcella Smith? Boy, they got you out there working hard. Either that or you had that itis after you ate dinner. But Marcella's, know you just coming on, but whatever you do, Thursday night. Be on the show. It's going to be a powerful show. Miss Risky going to give her update. So you want to be able to listen and be a part of it. It's a show for everybody. Tell somebody because it's something uh, that we all need to discuss. So, but she wanted me to tell her. I said, no, 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 no. We would do a show strictly on that. So that's what we're gonna do Thursday night, and we would let her tell a story, and hopefully it would encourage someone to get some help. So once again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Radio, as always, what's up? Marcellus, T Cal, Darren Patterson, even Jay that called in. Um, I know we don't see eye to eye. Just bring the facts. Bring the facts and we can talk. Not the conspiracy, and we can continue to talk. I'm all about facts. I don't do conspiracy. So, Queen Fashion Palace, the Bad Squad radio show, the Kona Grill, Low Cries. I appreciate you. What's up? Until tomorrow night, I love each and every one of you, and it's not a damn thing you can do about it. Until tomorrow,